January 2020, Rustic Cabin weekend. We're heading out. We've got 5 guys this year, going back to Wilderness State Park, and we're staying at a cabin a little bit farther out. We've got no ability to drive our cars back, so we're gonna have to hike in about 2.5 miles with all of our stuff. So this is the start of the trip. Packing into one car, and we're gonna be driving all the way up to almost to the Mackinac Bridge and starting.
I think it's similar, like
we've hit the parking lot. We're not allowed to drive down the road. It says motor vehicles prohibited. They closed the road, so that means we got a 2.5 mile walk down the road. It's kind of compacted. Should be an okay drive, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Gotta put everything in a sled and take everything over. So we're hiking in. I've never pulled a sled behind me, so this is a new experience. I've got a kid's sled all set up with a bunch of stuff tied on it. Let's see. Yeah, not too bad. Coolers, propane or a white gas stove, and we're only about maybe a little bit into the hike. It's not too bad. I think I'm gonna warm up a bit on this hike. So got to the cabin. It's pretty nice. Got a nice view of the lake just beyond those trees there. And settling in. We're going to be prepping for dinner in a little bit and setting up the inside, getting some lanterns set up so that it's pretty dark in there. And then we're going to work on the fire so we can get some heat back up into that cabin. So should be a good night. The water is not frozen. It's a light film of ice over top of it, so it's not something we're gonna be walking on, but there's a few islands of ice out there. Not too much snow. It's still pretty beautiful. So we're on a little hike. We ended up walking over quite a bit of ice, and we're over on the peninsula that is southwest of the cabin. We're walking, kind of exploring along the coast. We're going to cut back into one of the roads and head back towards the cabin area, but you kind of see it's a little bit windy, a bit snow, and this whole area is just kind of covered with a thin layer of ice with trees and rocks that kind of break out of the area. came back from the hike, dried out a bit in the cabin, got the fire going again, and over here on the lake shore you can see weather's a little bit different. We got some waves, some breeze coming in, water's lapping up on the shore. No ice this year, which isn't bad. It's a little different, which is kind of cool. It's about 30 degrees. We're at about dinner time coming up, and we are gonna have a good night. We've got a horizontal flight of brown ales we're going to be tasting, and should be pretty good.
Pretty thin.
Yeah, it's really thin.
Had a good night's sleep. Right now we're on the lake shore near the dunes section. Had around 2 to 3 inches of snow. It's currently snowing right now, and going for a little walk before we have some coffee and some breakfast. We got to be out of here by 1 o'clock, so we're going to have to clean up the cabin and get ourselves back on the road.